Alright, hey everybody, what's up? My name is Steam Slave, love Steam, love them games, and today we're going to be talking about Deadlock. Deadlock is a new MMORPG. Well, actually, allied. It's a MOBA. Alright, yep, amazing nowadays coming out with a new MOBA, I know. Everybody's used to Dota, League of Legends, I don't know, Smite. But, throw everything you know about those games in the garbage. We're on a new game now. Honestly, it's been picking up a lot of hype, shows a lot of promise, and I'm actually quite interested in seeing how it does. I have actually not played this game. I'm probably going to sink a solid, I don't know, a couple hundred hours, maybe 3, I don't know, into this game. And I'm going to make a pre-tier list, and then after that, I'm going to make another video, like maybe a part 2, or just maybe part of this video. And I want to see if my ideas change, because I'm going to basically be looking through each character's ability, seeing if they're pretty good, seeing where they kind of land, and then after I want to see in practice how it is, because after playing Dota for like thousands of hours and League of Legends, you name it, even Smite, it's interesting to see a change in perspective, especially when it's like sometimes you might build a hero slightly different because of its attack animations. I guess Deadlock would have something similar, but instead with like the gun. So if its gun is very strong, maybe like a shotgun, and you have like a lot of gun damage, you could just build straight into that and ignore all the abilities completely. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how that works. That works in Dota. Doesn't really work in League, but I want to see how that'll work out. So let's get to it, all right? Let's start with Abrams. Let's take a look at his abilities first. So Abrams looks like he's got an ability or weapon called Chase Closed. It's like a shotgun pistol. And let's see here. His first ability, Siphon Life. All right, starting off, he kind of looks like Dr. Mundo. Little tanky boy, to be honest. He's got insane stats. It's crazy, to be honest. He's got insane stats, yeah. First ability, Siphon Life. Drain health from an enemy, dealing spirit damage over time and healing for a portion of that damage. All right, so you're telling me you could deal damage and heal? I don't know if 22 damage is a lot. He has 800 base. Okay, for 4 seconds. It's not bad. 100 damage, whatever. Okay. This is a pretty cool one, and I see that it kind of scales with the talents later on, so that could be pretty interesting. Alright, this is a pretty cool ability. I don't know if they have some kind of Radiance or, Sunfire Cape builds in this game. But if they do, and you can combo this with it, that would be pretty insane. That would already put it at least in the A tier, if not S tier. Radiance build insane, But continuing, it's got shoulder charge, charge forward, pulling enemies you hit. Okay, I like that. It's pretty cool. Collide with terrain and slam them in a wall, then shotgun them to the face, and then drain. Okay, that's actually pretty good. What the heck? No, this guy's insane. Just those 2 abilities, you can tell. What's this third ability? Infernal Resilience. Gain bonus defense attributes. Taking damage grants temporary regeneration. Okay, screw it. I don't even need to see his ult, bro. This guy's an S tier. No way. No way, no way. This guy is S tier, dude. SS tier. That is insane. That is actually insane. Oh, hold up. Let me... Hold up. Yeah, okay, I figured that out. Sorry. I was on Canva and I just noticed I was in full screen. Anyways, so yeah, Abrams, S tier, broken, maybe. Yeah, those abilities are actually insane. This guy's crazy. I'm actually looking at his Seismic Toss, or Seismic Impact Ultimate, and, basically fly into the air, deal massive damage and stun. Sign me up. This guy looks insane. Yeah, I can't wait to test him out. Alright, let's go to the next one. This guy looks like a little fast boy, a little rogue or something, or fencer. Apollo, his weapon, the Pride of, Onyxia? I hope I pronounced that right. We'll find out. Alright, cool. He is a demon dude. And what is this ability? Wait, if it's a sword, does it shoot? Yeah, okay, cool. This shoots. Sweet. So I guess it must be stronger melee or something like that, if you can do that. Yeah, it might have a cool melee animation or something. That'd be cool. Anyways, disengage sigil. Draw a sigil sphere in front of you, then leap backwards as it explodes. damaging and slowing enemies caught in it. Okay, so big damage, you you slow people, and you disengage. I mean, that's cool. It's pretty cool. Looks like it kind of just gets a little bit stronger, increases some firing speed as you talent it up. That's pretty cool. Riposte, no, parry basically, right? Yeah. Deflect, deflect the next incoming attack. On a successful deflection, briefly becoming vulnerable. Yeah, that's pretty good, honestly. What's the iframe on it, though? 3 seconds? No, 0.3 seconds. Okay. That's pretty cool. Is it an iframe? No, you become invulnerable. Yeah, so that's crazy. That could be pretty good. You could dodge a whole ultimate maybe with that. Alright, he's interesting. Flawless advance. Perform a series of lunges in any direction, delivering pierced stabs ahead of you. Hold your ability key to time your attacks. Dealing more damage takes longer held. Okay, cool. Oh, you can like hold it down. Oh, that's a weird mechanic. That'll be cool. Okay, it just does basically big damage. I guess this is like your main damaging skill. Might combo pretty well with that leap back. Iten Loshan. What is this ultimate? Charge up and perform a long range slash. Enemy struck cannot take action heal. What? That's crazy, dude. They suffer devastating damage. So, okay, this is like a ranged execute that doesn't let people heal or use abilities. Is it AoE, though? Enemies, plural. Yeah, that's pretty cool, dude. He's also invulnerable, so you can also... Dude, you get iframe and then iframe again to ult. That's crazy. That'll be cool. Yeah, this looks like fun. I don't know if it'll be broken, but he definitely sounds like a strong boy, dude. He's definitely A tier, for sure. I mean, again, I don't have much to go off of, but, you know, from my knowledge of MOBAs, this guy looks pretty good. Alright, now we got this, Beboop. Beboop? Bebop? Bebop. Humble Pie. I like the name of that weapon. That's a cool weapon. Let's see. Exploding uppercut, and it's like a machine gun. Okay, basic machine gun. Continuous beam with no bullet travel. This is just instant damage where he's looking. That's kind of cool. Might be like an... It doesn't look like an ADC, though. It doesn't look like a position 1. I don't know. Exploding uppercut. Deal damage to nearby enemies and knock them back. Okay, that's cool. That's like, what? Blitzcrank's punch up? Yeah, it just enhances his next attack. That's cool. Sticky bomb. Touch a bomb that explodes. Okay, so like, that's crazy, dude. The bomb hits or kills an enemy, you gain a permanent bonus damage. That's cool, dude. So it is... Yeah, that's kind of cool, to be honest. Yeah, I like that. Kind of like put a bomb on the guy and then like they run back into their team or something, or you pull them into their team. That's cool, dude. That's cool. You like knock him back with the punch. Grapple arm launch. Okay, yeah, he's Blitzcrank. Okay, Blitzcrank Pudge from Dota. Launch out a mechanical hand and pull the first character it hits. Yeah, dude. Okay, I already know this guy's gonna be super fun. Yeah, no way. I'm gonna look at his ultimate now, but this is an S tier hero, dude. He's got the pulls, he's got the damage, he's got the permanent growth potential. I don't know, I feel like they're gonna balance some of this stuff out one day or eventually, because this is kind of crazy. And then he has Hyper Beam, like the most iconic ability in Pokemon. Let's see. Channel a powerful torrent of energy and deals spirit damage and applies slow. Yeah, sign me up, bro. That's a solid hero, bro. That's a solid hero. I mean, I kind of don't want to put him in the broken tier just because I feel like it's not as strong as Abrams, probably. I would put it in between the two, but... Yeah, no, looking back on it, he's probably just an A tier hero, like more objectively. Though that Hyper Beam does sound cool, but I gotta see it in action. I'd say A tier though, maybe S, but we'll see. All right, next up is Billy, dude. What a weird looking hero. What the heck is this guy? Freaking devil looking thing. All right, Biquette, his little close range machine gun. Okay, it's like a SMG actually. Cool. Okay. So he looks like also a pretty tanky hero. He's got a pretty high HP stat. Or is this like baseline for most heroes? Like 800s. Bash down, first ability. Slam your bat into the ground. What? Pulling enemies down and dealing melee damage? Pulling enemies down. What does that even mean? Like you pull them from the air, or like from above you to you, or like you just hit them and knock them over? Huh. Looks like it grows and just gets, looks like the basic talenting of these abilities is just like you get more, just like reduces cooldown and sometimes charges, which is interesting, to be honest. If you can do it twice in a row, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Rising Ram. Charge headfirst into an enemy like a goat. And send them into the air along with Billy. Okay, so I don't know, bro. It's a cool ability, I guess. Just want to like knock them in, kind of like Abrams, but just you knock them away. Cooldown reduces by 50% on impact. Okay, so if you hit it, oh, so you could run away with it too. That's why it has like I was looking at that 30-second cooldown. I was like, what? Yeah, okay, that's not bad. That's cool, actually. 15-second, blink if you hit someone or just disengage. It's pretty strong. Blasted, passive, melee hits, restore. Okay, melee. Okay, cool. So we're going to have a lot of melee with this guy. I wonder if his first ability counts as a melee hit, too. Would be kind of interesting. Because it's like it's his bat. Bullets are amplified against weakened enemies and using melee boosts health. Okay, cool. Chain Gang. Oh, dang. What? It's a weird name for an ability. Chain nearby enemies to you. Chained enemies cannot use movement abilities, and they receive a heavily slow. After delay, everybody takes spirit damage. I still don't understand this spirit damage. Like, is it just physical and magic damage, I guess? Let's see. Yeah, okay. I feel like this guy would probably be A tier for sure. Like, those are some solid abilities. Looks like he's got some insane melee. Yeah, pretty good. It's pretty good. I feel like that's a strong hero. Alright, let's see who's next. What is this? Cat Lady? Calico? Alright, she's got her weapon's called the Sweetest Lie. It's a shotgun type weapon, the spread shot, and it's close range, so it does have a pretty big fall off range. Okay, cool. What's she do? Gloom bombs. Throw a cluster of bombs that detonate after a delay. Okay, cool. It's AoE magic damage. Dash forward, leaping slash. Okay, dash forward, slashing all enemies in a circle, dealing massive melee hit. Okay, cool, cool. I wonder if the cat does anything with it. Okay, Ava, that's the cat. Turn to a shadow and possess Ava. You gain bonus movement speed and increase over time. Cool. You become invisible? Or hidden? Oh, just hidden on the minimap. Okay, not invisible. I wonder if there's invisibility. Kind of like Ricky or something. Return to the shadows. This one looks more like a passive, to be honest, but it's not. Just gains movement speed. It's a dash. And then return to the shadow. Instantly turn to a shadow, becoming untargetable. Gain bonus movement speed and dealing spirit damage. After delay, return from the shadow, dealing more spirit damage. Okay. So she's going to be pretty quick. I don't think that's too strong of a hero. I might be wrong on this one. Maybe that cluster bomb is stronger than I think. I don't know. Just combined with that melee shotgun, I don't know. She's fast. She gets up in your face. Maybe weak. Nah, we'll put it in balanced. I might change that, but I think she's balanced, bro. She doesn't seem to, nothing much going on with her. Celestia. What is this? Unicorn princess. Okay. What's her weapon? A wand? Carney life. Okay, cool. Light Eater. Blast enemy in a cone in front of you. The flare of light. Enemies take magic damage. I gotta say magic damage. I know it's spirit damage, but dude, magic just makes sense in my head. When you're attacked by Celeste, provides her spirit spell lifesteal. Okay, cool. I don't know. That ability by itself is interesting. Just a little nuke. Dazzling Trick. Surround yourself with a protective prism, and the barrier is destroyed. It slices nearby enemies and deals a portion of the barrier as damage. Okay. So it's like a shield. So she's like a support? Question mark? Disruptive. So not a support? What does performer mean? Is that like a role? Okay. Well, okay, disruptive. Whatever, it's just a buff. But she can't. Oh, it's just to yourself though. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I thought it was like to people around you. Oh, just the damage. Okay. Radiant daggers calls down a beam of light from the sky. After a short duration, the beam is fully charged, causing an explosion that deals magic damage. I'm gonna start saying she's pretty weak, dude. I don't know. It's a pretty weak ability, to be honest. And Shining Wonder, launch a deadly orb that deals spirit damage, applies slow, reduces dash distance on impact. Wait, what? Oh, dude, this is the Lich ult. And it slows. Yeah, it's a Lich ult, but it has a maximum bounce. Okay. Oh, 16 after it's talented up. That's crazy. Okay, hold on. I was going to put her as weak. That ult is pretty good. Lich is broken, dude. Just because of that ult, I would say this, but I don't know how the rest of her kit's actually going to play out, so I'm going to put it in balanced. But that is a very good ult, though. It's an insane ult. All right, next, the Doorman. Oh, I like that. It's very generic. Service with a Smile is the best name for a gun, dude. What the heck? You can't read that without smiling. All right. Service with a Smile. What was that? Like System of a Down? Something like that. I don't know. I've heard that before in a song. All right. Call Bell. Cowbell? No, Call Bell. Throw out and Call Bell on impact. It does magic damage after short delay. It explodes. So it deals damage when it hits. It deals damage a little bit when it explodes. And it also causes enemies to suffer reduced weapon damage and accuracy. Okay, that's a lot. Yeah, that is a lot for one ability. That's cool. Can be shot to detonate early. Whoa, that'll be fun to use. Okay, this guy's cool, bro. This is actually pretty cool, dude. I like the Doorman already. And of course, he has another ability called Doorway. Places 2 connecting doors in the world. Players with the most projectiles entering one door will exit out through the other. Oh, cool. So it's like Portal, basically. That's actually really cool. I want to see that work. That looks like a lot of fun to use. And then the talents just basically make it more like faster cooldown, increased duration. Quite cool. That's pretty good, honestly. So you can just set up, like, if you're in the lane, you can just set up a quick getaway for you and your buddy. I wonder if the enemies can come through it too, though. We'll find out. All right, luggage carts. I like how he's very big into the hotel cosplay. I like it. Send out a luggage cart that deals spirit damage, pulls the enemy heroes along its path. Can be alternate cast to target a friendly hero instead. Okay, so you could either... So this guy's like a support, but dude, his numbers are insane for like the damage. But he can kind of help. He can hold his own, but he can also help out his friends. That's pretty cool. And he just throws the luggage cart. That's awesome. Hotel guest. Send the target's physical body to the guests of the Baroness Hotel. The guests promptly make their way to the exit elevator. What? So you just send them to like purgatory? Or they'll be sent back to their original position? Oh, so is it just like, oh, wait, but they take mad damage. What? If they fail to check out on time, they take more damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. That's crazy. What's the cooldown on that? You take a guy out of the fight for 8 seconds, 6 seconds, every 2 minutes. That's pretty good. Dude, if you can stack some cooldown reduction, and I can already see some of the talents, that's a broken ability, dude. Turn every team fight into a 4v5, or, sorry, is it 6 in this game? Yes. 5v6, whatever. That's crazy. I like that. That's a strong ability, dude. That ability by itself, along with this guy's broken. There's no way. This guy has to be broken. That's insane. Even if his gun sucked and his first ability sucked, just these last 2 abilities, the portal and the luggage cart too, I guess, but the hotel, those 2 already make him broken, dude. I can tell. This is an insane hero. Insane hero. All right, Drifter. Let's see, Crimson Grasp. So his gun is his hand? Alright. First ability, Rend. Swipe an enemy, dealing magic damage. And the enemy is close range, you deal bonus melee damage. Okay, so double whammy. And that's kind of cool. I like that split damage. Because, like, you know, if they're building resistance one way or another, you can kind of still do a lot of damage to them. I like that. That's kind of cool. And I see it kind of scales really well as well. I like that. And it silences. Where? Oh, that's only at, but only at tier 5. Okay. That's cool. Okay, I like that. Stalker's Mark. Send out a mark that bleeds the first target it hits, dealing spirit damage over time. While the enemy is bleeding, you can reactivate Stalker's Mark to instantly appear behind them. Oh, that's pretty good too. That's like Ricky, bro. So he's got like a nuke that does a split damage. He could blink behind you and deal more damage over time. All right, let's see what this third ability is. Blood Scent. Isolate heroes. Leaves a trail as they move and emit their heartbeat for afar. Deal amplified damage to heroes. Okay. So it just increases your damage if they're by themselves. This is like Spectre, dude, actually, now that I think about it. It's more like Spectre from Dota. That's pretty cool. I like that. Or like Nocturne, I guess, a little bit. I guess when they're isolated. Yeah, look at that. And that's his ults too. Dude, whoever they mix the two games like completely. Like this is Nocturne and Spectre with a little bit of Ricky. Eternal Night. Surrounds enemies in darkness, severed limbs and their vision. Oh, severed limb. What am I reading, dude? I'm tired. Severely limiting their vision. Enemy units are briefly revealed to you and then considered isolated. Oh, so they just become, you know, the isolated debuff. And so you're just basically dealing increased, what, 24% at level 5. That's crazy. It's pretty good. Yeah, I think this guy is going to be very strong. Time will tell if he's broken, but I do know he's definitely going to be strong. Definitely a strong hero. Dynamo. The Von Gun. All right, what's Dynamo all about? Okay, yeah, not bad. Releases an energy pulse that travels along the ground. Kinetic pulse. Applying knock up. Okay, so you just knock people up all day. It's not bad. It's a good pastime. Quantum Entanglement. Briefly become untargetable while teleporting to the target location. Restore stamina. Oh, that's right, there's dodging in this game, right? Huh. Okay, that could be cool. Oh, you can bring an ally with you? Oh, this guy's a mad support. Yeah. Knock up, bring people with you. Rejuvenation Aura. Yeah, this guy's a support all the way. While channeling. Restore health over time. Any allies nearby. Okay, cool. Singularity. Create a singularity in your hands, dealing spirit damage over time. While pulling your... Oh, dude. Black hole. They brought in the black hole. No way. I love it. I love it. Yo, Enigma's in this game, too. That's cool. Yeah, this guy is already strong, dude. He might be S tier, depending on how everything else goes, but, you know, balanced, actually, support for the most part. But that ultimate, Singularity... It's a 230 cooldown, but you know that thing will end a team fight in 2 seconds, like guaranteed. Graves. What's this? A guy? Girl? The Teacher. What? It's a hand. It's a weird weapon. Just rip somebody's hand off. It's crazy. Anyways, Jar of the Dead. So you collect dead bodies while people or whatever. Okay. Every time an enemy just dies, you get charges. Cool. Then you throw a jar and it summons dead heads that just attack people. Okay, it's cool. Kind of reminds you of Diablo, to be honest, but cool. Grasping Hand. Just a wall that immobilizes people after a delay. No, it doesn't say anything about... What's that even mean? Okay, after, yeah, so just after a second, I guess, it takes a second for her to channel it. Cool. I like that. It's a strong ability. Essence Thief. Your weapon steals weapon damage and spirit over time, up to a maximum amount per targets. Is this gun of hers AoE? It's not. Oh, that would have been crazy. Imagine her just stealing everything. And like bullets hitting everybody. That'd be cool. Interesting ability. Reminds me of Slark. Reminds me of like that, you know, he takes the weapon damage. It doesn't seem to last too long though. But it could be interesting. I don't know. You're just take a bunch of damage from the person and like reduce their resistances. That's cool. Borrow Decree. Create a gravestone at the target location that summons ghouls over time. Enemies can destroy the gravestone with 2 heavy attacks. Ghouls shamble towards enemy base. Towards the enemy base. Dealing melee damage. That's a cool ability. Kind of like Tombstone from Undying. I don't know. I don't know if this one's going to be good. I mean, her kit seems good. I like the S and shift. I don't know how it'll be in practice, though. I'm going to say that's a balanced hero. I might be wrong on this one. I like that Tombstone. It looks cool. I just don't know how it'll play out. So, yeah, we'll put her right here under balanced. Might be wrong, though. Grey Talon. What is this? The morning comes? Yeah, you bet it does. What a weird ability. Or, sorry, weapon. It's a bow. And the morning comes. Okay, well, as a bowman always has, a charge shot. Charges up a powerful shot, pierces 3 people. Cool. Very standard for your bowman. It's actually got a pretty fast cooldown, though. It's not bad. It looks like it deals a lot of damage, too. Rain of Arrows. So you just shoot arrows into the sky? Oh, no. You fly into the sky. Oh, that's an interesting take on the ability. You fly into the sky and shoot down arrows. That's something else. That's something else. I like that. It's a cool take on that ability. Usually you see people just saying, oh, I'm going to cast an AoE of like arrows just raining down or whatever, rain of arrows. But you are the one jumping into the sky, throwing down those arrows. That's cool. Spirit Snare. Throw out a trap that begins to arm itself. Okay, so it's like a sniper trap thing. Not bad. Is it silence? Applying curse and movement slow that interrupts, silences, disarms, and prevents what? That's like everything in the game, basically, right? That's insane. That's a cool ability. I mean, it's going to be hard to hit because people got to walk on it, but still very strong, I guess, if they do. Guided Owl. Launch an owl, you control it, it deals damage. It's a lot of damage, but I don't know. Looks like a pretty weak hero overall. I guess just this bow must be doing a lot of damage, like it's a heavy hitter, I guess, in some regard, but I think this is a weak hero overall. Might be balanced, but it looks like compared to all these other guys, it's a little lackluster, you know? Grey Talon, yeah. You're our first weak boy, All right, let's go on to the next one, Haze. Let's see what Haze does. Haze. Okay. What Censure and Penance? Okay, so she has 2 guns. Cool. All right, Sleeping Dart or Dagger, Sleep Dagger. Okay, so she just tosses a dagger at someone and it becomes sleep. What does sleep mean? Do they just stop moving? Oh, and it doesn't break your invisibility. That's pretty cool. I like this. This is like Ricky. This is like old Ricky ability. I like that. Smoke Bomb. Oh yeah, look, you become invisible. Look at that. And you just gain movement speed and become invisible. And the dagger doesn't break that invisibility. Cool. I like that. Very strong. They had to remove that Ricky dart from the game, that little dagger of his, because it was so broken. You could just stun people from a mile away and no one ever saw it coming, to be honest. Fixation. Shoots a target, increases your bullet damage on the target, and gains 1 stack per bullet. And 2 if you headshot. Okay, cool. Oh, there's headshots. Interesting. So there's a little bit of skill till they're like to your shooting. Yeah. This here is actually probably busted. Because if it's anything like Ursa, where he gains a lot of damage just from hitting people over and over again, and you're hitting them from a range and gaining, I don't know what 0.2 per stack would do, but I also don't know how fast your guns fire, to be honest, but that could be insane. And with the right lineup, that could be insane. That skill by itself is broken. And on top of that, she goes invisible and slows you. And then what's her ultimate? Bullet Dance. Just shoot everything around you. I wonder if it stacks with the Fixation as well. Or is it considered like... No, because you're shooting. It says you fire a weapon, so it must work with fixation. That's crazy. So all of a sudden you put the guy at like, what, 20 stacks and then just ult and the guy just disappears. Okay, yeah, broken hero. Haze, broken. I'm pretty sure I'm not changing my mind on this one. That one I'm one of the most certain of. That is an insane ability. Holiday. Holiday Inn. Holiday. What do we got here? What are we working with? Her weapon's called Doc's Orders. I like that. So this is like a cattle rancher thing. Cool. Okay, so power keg. Kind of what? Like, you just throw a... Oh, you throw it. Does it move? Or does it just sit there? I don't know. That's a cool ability, though. It reminds me a bit of... what was it? Gangplank. You know, Gangplank from League of Legends. He has something similar to that, so that's cool. I like that. Bouncing pad. Makes you jump. Okay, mobility, whatever. You can deal damage from land, but mobility. Not even about the damage, really. Crack shot. Yo, what's this do? Headshots deal bonus damage, and he applies fading movement speed penalty. How much bonus damage are we talking, and is there a cooldown on this? 20-second cooldown. Cooldown is reduced by 50% on NPCs. That's such a bad ability. What do you mean? So, just every 20 seconds you're dealing 55 damage? No, that's not good, bro. I mean, it might crit or something if it's a headshot, and it has to be a headshot. But... Oh, but it ignores fall off, so you could just hit it from across the map or something? I don't know. Feels like a bad ability. Maybe you could, like, build around some of this stuff here. Maybe the barrel applies it too, I don't know. I don't know, I don't like it. It seems kind of weak compared to everything else. Spirit Lasso. Throughout your lasso, deals spirit damage, pulls an enemy, stuns an enemy. Using Bounce Pad extends the duration. Ooh, I like that synergy. That's cool. I don't know. Weak hero overall compared to everything else. I don't know if that she's going to be pretty good or not, but looks like 2 or 3 of her abilities are pretty lackluster. Unless this Doc's weapon is, again, is like, if it's insane for attacking, maybe I'm wrong, but I think she's a pretty weak hero overall right now. That looks pretty bad. Infernus. Ooh. What's this guy do? Incendiary Remarks. I like how clever these little gun names are. They put a lot of love into that. I like that. Okay, so we got our first ability, Napalm. Spews an incinerating mixture, applying a slow and coating the guy in napalm. What's napalm do? Oh, okay, so it just slows. Oh, it increases, there you go, napalm. Increases their damage taken by 16%. That's pretty good. And it deals damage, and the damage is, imagine, almost as much as that headshot of the other Holiday. So, yeah, already pretty good on a 20-second cooldown. That's crazy. And it has charges. Ooh. All right, Flame Dash. Oh, got a blast, bro. Get out of there. I like this ability. It's cool. It looks like you move and like leave a trail of fire. I feel like that'll be fun, kind of like Doom, you know, where he has that AoE of fire. Except like you're just moving fast with this one to get the fuck out, you know? I like that. All right, cool. Afterburn, weapons just burn. Okay, cool. Is it stack or something? Or what's this do? Builds up 8% per bullet, 15% per headshot. Oh. What's the stack limit on it? I don't get it. Abilities refresh the base duration. Oh, you gotta get to a certain stack amount for it to proc. And then it just starts maxing the damage. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that. If there's any like damage over times and stuff like that, and you do it just from attacking, that's pretty cool. I like that. What was it? Concussive combustion? What does this do? Become a living bomb. Deal, what, magic damage to everybody and stun? Okay, so basically, this ability synergizes really well with the second ability, and then the first ability synergizes really well with the third ability. but they don't really synergize too well with each other, so you kind of gotta build around whichever one you want. Weird, but kind of cool. So you could just literally run in and just boom, explode, just bam on top of people, or you can build right-click damage and damage over time. Very cool. I think this is a strong hero. Very strong hero, actually. I might put him in balanced, but he's just overall pretty strong, but he's not broken. He doesn't seem to be broken. All right, Ivy. What's this guy do? A gargoyle or a lizard. Okay. Oh, gargoyle. Yeah, there. Gargoyle. Protector's hand is her weapon. Cool. Alright. It's like a crossbow looking thing. Entangling thorns. Summon a patch of choking thorns that deals damage. Okay. Solid ability. Zoning. So she's looking more like a tank right now. Connect to an ally. Conduce connection. Connect to an ally, gaining bonuses, repelling, healing, and ignoring the movement speed penalty when shooting. Solid. That's pretty good. And I didn't know there was movement speed penalties for shooting, but that sounds like a good thing to have. Stone form. Turn yourself into impervious stone, smash into the ground, stunning enemies and dealing damage. That's pretty good. Heals you for percentage of max health. Ooh. 7%, 6%. That's solid. I like that. Is it per second though? Is it like last 3 seconds? So you just heal what, 24% of your health or something crazy like that? 21. That's cool. Airdrop. Grab an ally. Take flight with them. That's pretty cool. That'll be fun. This is like Io, bro. This is Io, Wisp from Dota. That'll be a fun one to use. I feel like you can really grief your friends. You can fly them behind the towers or into the base and just, you know, let them die. The good old IO days. Very interesting ability. I don't think she's going to be that strong. Seems like a little balanced, you know, tank frontline shooter. So, cool. What's this guy? Clev? What's this guy do? Expedition Ender is his gun. Looks like an interesting one. Frost grenade, throw grenade, heals allies and does damage. Heals though, so is he like a support or just he just has a heal in his kit for no reason? Ice path. What? This is like the guy from the Incredibles, dude. What? You make a floating trail of ice. That'll be a fun thing to see on the map, dude. I like that. This is cool. Arctic beam. Shoot a freezing cold energy out in front of you. Okay, he's just frozen, dude. Frozen shelter. Target yourself and a hero. Enemy hero or ally hero, though? I don't know. While in the dome, allies gain... Okay, so you could just target somebody and put them inside the dome. Okay, that's awesome. I wonder if you could target heroes with that. And it looks like you can't break out of it, so that's cool. You could use it offensively or defensively, and like people can't shoot through it or get through it. It's like, I have the high ground, you know? You can't get through it now, baby. I like that, but I think he's just a balanced hero. Doesn't seem like anything too crazy with him. Looks like most of the first heroes in the beginning were more like strong, and now we're getting a lot of these very balanced or basic ones. I wonder if they did that, like these were the first ones made and then these other ones came later. Well, anyways. Let's see. We're at Lady, what, Lady who? Lady Guest? Dang, lady. Okay, cool. Joanne's Gift. It's a cool little revolver you got there. What's her ability, though? Essence Bomb. Sacrifice some of your health. Launch a bomb that deals damage. Gee, she's giving me Morgana vibes, bro. But I know Morgana doesn't deal damage to herself, but just the, like, her aesthetic. Okay. Life Drain. Create a tether that drains enemy health over time, heals you. Target must be in line of sight. Yeah, Morgana vibes, dude. What was I saying? Dude, these guys literally mixed League of Legends and Dota. It's crazy. It's so, like... well, whatever. Malice. Sacrifice some of your health to launch blood shards that apply a stack of Malice. Each stack slows the enemy and increases the damage they take from you. Okay. Soul in Exchange. Okay, some of these abilities, like this one here, I don't get. I had to see it in action, to be honest. It's just, okay, Malice, I don't understand. Soul Exchange looks like the, jeez, what was his name from Dota? The illusion guy. Not Shadow Demon. The one that's in the Infinite Prison. I forget his name right now. But anyways, swaps health with the person. That's good. It's a really good ultimate that he has. Of course, in Dota, it has like a 0-second cooldown at level 25, but yeah, this guy here is pretty good, but I just looks like a maybe balanced, if not weak hero. I'm going to put it in balance just because I can't tell how this is going to play out. It's just some of the ability, just this ability makes no sense to me without me seeing it in action. Lash. What is Lash all about, dude? What is this guy all about? I like the mustache, though. Mustache. What is his weapon? Just Tail of the Tape? I don't get it. But cool name. Ground Strikes. Stomp the ground beneath you, dealing damage to enemies in front of you. Cool. I like that. Do they get knocked up or something? Quickly dive towards the ground. Oh, so you just deal damage to them and then you go up and hit them. Cool. For more damage. I like that. Grapple. Pull yourself through the air towards the target. Using the grapple, also reset the limit of your air jumps and dashes. I don't know how this will be in action. I know you can dash now, but like multiple dashes, that's cool, I guess. A lot of mobility. Let's see here. All right. So, yeah. Strong hero overall. Flog. Strikes an enemy in front of you with your whip, healing for a portion of the damage dealt. It's kind of like, I don't know, kinky ability, whatever. Yeah, just heals. I guess you like slam the guy down, whip him, and then get more health back. Death Slam. Focus an enemy, connects your whips to them. After channeling, lifting, and stunning them. What the heck? That's a lot of stuff that it does. That's pretty cool. Your victims. And any enemy landing in the zone will be damaged and slowed. Pressing fire to throw connected enemies early. Okay, so you just kind of connect a bunch of people together and toss them somewhere. It's like kind of like what Magnus does in Dota, I guess, but like without Magnus moving. If he could just RP without, like from far away, I guess, and then move them to another place. That's kind of cool. I feel like just from that one ability right there, he's going to be strong. Maybe even broken, but definitely strong. All right, what is this one? Magina? What the heck? Such a long name. Where is she? Where is she? McGinnis. Okay. Service is rendered. I like that. Okay, so looks like a machine gun user. And her first ability is a mini turret. Deploys a mini turret. Oh, dude, this is like a, what, TF2 engineer. That's cool. I like that. Or Heimendinger, I guess, for the League of Legends players. That's cool. I like that. That's cool. You can just place how many of them they'll like. If there's charges, or just, the turret expires after a time, though. How long does it last? 35 seconds. Got it. 35 seconds, and like tier 5 it lasts like longer. Okay. Pretty cool ability if you could put down a lot of them. Very broken ability. But we'll see how it plays out, because that 30 damage per second is insane. Again, we're coming from like looking at Holiday, which I put at weak. She has one ability that deals 55 magic damage for one headshot with a 20-second cooldown, which is silly. Compared to this one, where it does like 30 damage of magic damage per second, and you might be able to summon multiple of them for 30 seconds. Like, just, that's crazy. It's night and day. Just from that ability alone, she's already way above this low tier. Medical Scepter, okay, she heals, so I guess kind of like a support, or maybe just supporting herself, one of those carries, you know. Spectral Wall, casts the wall, divides its terrain in half, deals damage to nearby enemies after cast. Okay, cool. Like a zoning ability, so you could like protect your turrets or your teammates or just yourself, I guess, from a gank, I guess. Heavy barrage. Unleash a volley of rockets that home in on the target location. Yeah, dude, sign me up. That's a strong hero right there. That's a strong hero. Yeah, that's solid. That's a good ability. All right, Mina. Mina sounds like a Brazilian. Mina. Oh, cool. All right, let's see what she's got going on. New money. So not old money. That's the name of her weapon. Just new money. Cool. Let's see, Rake. So she's like a vampire looking thing. And this Rake ability, slash with your umbrella, dealing spirit damage and healing for every target killed. And it deals more damage the lower HP they have. That's cool. 5% damage, 5% damage. 5% missing health as damage. Oh, dang, what? See, that's an insane ability yet on 16-second cooldown. Holiday needs some love, dude. Yeah, it's a strong ability right there. Sanguinary Retreat, just blink, I guess. Or flash. Okay, cool. Do you become invulnerable? No, untargetable. Still pretty cool. Love bites. I like that. Bullets and abilities apply spirit damage, building up to burst. So they just deal damage and then they pop. Okay, cool. More damage. And I guess her gun shoots pretty fast for that to be able to be good. Noxus Nostra. What the heck is that? Unleash a cloud of bats that seek out targets. Oh, so it just auto aims it? So it's like the hyper beam looking thing, I guess? Just a cloud? Or is it more like an AoE, like just an area and they just chase people down and hit them? And also apply silence if the damage wasn't enough. How much damage are we talking, though? 30 per bat? That's crazy. And they also applied love bites. Crazy ability. Broken hero. No, maybe strong hero, because I don't know how that ability will play out, but yeah, strong at least, if not broken. Alright. Next hero. Mirage. Where's Mirage? There he is. Mirage. Alright. Promise is kept. Okay, interesting little pistol. Fire scarabs. Infest an enemy with scarabs, stealing life from them and causing them to deal reduced damage. Okay, so major debuff for like 25% damage, which is crazy. And you also heal for like 8. That's pretty good. That's a strong ability. Especially for like 1v1s or a gank or something like that. Or you're getting ganked, you just turn the tables pretty quick. Dust Devil. To transform yourself into a whirlwind that travels forward, damages enemies, and slows their movement speed. Okay, cool. I guess it's like more of a mobility than anything, and it also kind of gives you like bullet evasion, which is cool. You can't get shot. Would be interesting if you could get meleeed though. I want to see how that will work out. Jin's Mark. Passive. Your shots apply Jin's Mark on the enemy. When the marks expire, it is consumed. It deals spirit damage. The target is briefly revealed on the map. Each additional mark doubles the current damage. I have no idea how that'll play out, but it sounds good. Traveler. Target a location on the mini-map with a brief wait and teleport to that location. So Twisted Fate from League. Or I guess kind of like Io's ult. That's cool from like Dota. That's pretty cool. I like that. Traveler. Strong ability. I'm put him in balance though, just because I don't know how those other 2 abilities will play out. But strong hero overall though, very strong. Very much better than Holiday. Poor Holiday, we're just hating on her all day, but like, man, that one skill just killed her. Like actually like a mix of all 3 to be honest. Right, now we're on this mole rat looking guy. Mole krill. Yellow Canary. Interesting. It's a cool weapon. Scorn. Deals damage to nearby enemies and heal yourself based on the damage done. Heal is stronger against enemy heroes. Cool. So, like a tanky thing. So, who's holding the gun? Oh, it's the little guy. There's a guy. Okay, cool. There's a guy on his back. Okay, Burrow Underground. Moves faster, gains spirit and bullet armor. Damage from enemy heroes will reduce the speed, bonus speed. Cool. Really strong, I guess. Like, what was that guy from League? Rek'Sai? Just go underground and just travel to an enemy and just pop up and deal damage. Pretty cool. Gain resistances along the way. Sandblast. Spray sand that disarms the enemy. Ooh, we like disarms. Guess it doesn't silence, but they can't shoot, which is cool. It's a solid, like, what, 3 seconds? Not bad. Combo. Let's see. Hold the enemy. Oh, dude, this is Pudge, bro. This is Pudge. Hold the enemy in place while targeting, stunning, and dealing damage to them. If they die during the duration or within 3 seconds of the combo ending, you permanently gain max health. And that's 30 health. Dude, this guy's going to be a fun ganker, dude. That'll be a fun ability. Fun does not mean strong. I will put him in balanced. He does sound very balanced. He doesn't sound broken. Let's go to Wraith now. Or not Wraith, sorry. Page. Let's see. Chapter's End. So her weapon is a book. Knowledge is power in this game. Very cool. Bookworm. First ability. Conjure a dragon that appears at the target location before flying forward, dealing spirit damage and leaving a burn. That's a cool sounding ability. I like that. Is she like a mage though, or like, it says protector, so maybe support? Plot armor. I'm dead. Plot armor for the book. Grants an ally a barrier. While the barrier holds, they gain bonus weapon damage. Solid. Yeah, she's a support. We like those. Captivating Read. Target an area with latent magic. Apply slow. Then the magic detonates after a brief delay. Spirit damage and applies immobilize. Solid. Solid ability. Rallying Cry. That's her ultimate. Release a wave of spectral knights and steeds that charge across the entire city. Strength and healing. So it's just like a global ult. It's like an ash arrow. That's cool. Yeah, let's see. I think she's a balanced hero, dude. Could be strong, but she seems pretty balanced. Love, but goodie points for all these fun little bookworm and plot armor abilities. Like, whoever came up with that, bro, good job. Paradox. Trade Secrets is the name of the gun. Pulse grenade. Throws a grenade that pulses where it lands. Each pulse expands the radius, deals more damage. Cool. We like that. Damage and AoE. Time Wall. Create a time warping wall that stops all enemy projectiles that touch it and increases the speed and damage of friendly bullets. That is cool. That is a interesting ability. I'd love to see that. It sounds like a very cool like team fight. Like, you know, you could just see yourself like all the bullets just stopping and all of yours just go through and just shred the enemy. That's awesome. I like that. Kinetic Carbine. Charge up a powerful shot of time energy. Cool. Deals more damage. Deals more physical. It's a split ability. While in the air, charging zoom alt fire to time slow your movement. Cool. Interesting ability. Paradox Swap. Fires a projectile that swaps your position with the target enemy hero. And it deals pretty good damage. Okay. So like Vengeful Spirit Swap mixed with like Void Chrono abilities or time abilities. Okay, that's pretty cool. Sounds like a balanced hero to me. Doesn't seem anything too crazy. That swap though will definitely be some good. Swap them into your towers and just go to town. You know. She had a stun as well. That would have been crazy. That would have been Venge right there. Pockets. Pocket? That's a name? Okay. This is like, what? Sasuke looking dude, bro. Emo guy. Okay, cool. All the girls love him, to be honest. All the girls love him. Alright, Barrage. Oh no, the Black Sheep. Yeah, dude. It's Sasuke, man. It's Sasuke. The Black Sheep of the whole Leaf Village. Alright. Barrage. Channels to start the launch of a projectile. Deals damage. Projectile hits an enemy. Grants pocket increased damage for the stacks. Okay, so he's like an attack damage, just right-click ability, and then this increases his right clicks. I say right clicks, but just shots fired or auto attacks is what I'm saying. All right, flying cloak. Launch a sentient cloak. A sentient cloak. So like what, Doctor Strange? The cloak travels forward, damages enemies, and then you just move to the cloak. I like that. That's a cool ability. I want to see that in action. I want to be Doctor Strange. Okay, Enchanter's Satchel. Escape into your suitcase. When the duration ends, deal spirit damage to nearby enemies, and the duration can be ended early by performing any action. So just like, I don't know, just hide from enemies inside your briefcase. It's kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of that the new circus guy. I forget the new guy in the Dota. Well, he's newer. Forget the circus guy's name, but he kind of does something similar. You kind of hide inside like the suitcase. You can move around a certain area, and then after you get out, it just pops and deals damage. But he's totally untargetable, I guess, entering this, which is a little bit stronger. And his ultimate is Affliction. Applies the damage over time to nearby enemies. So I guess the play here is like, because you can't really get up on them unless you're flying cloaking in. But like, you could kind of like do some cool gameplay where like you're in the suitcase and then you pop out and Affliction everybody around. And it looks like it does a serious amount of damage. It's like Venom ultimate. 34 damage per second for like how long? 10 seconds, 12 seconds, and it extends. That's crazy. That's pretty good. This is a strong hero, I could tell. This is at least strong, if not more. That's a solid ability right there. Let's see. Who's next? Rem? Like REM sleep? Rem. Yeah, his description is Z. And his weapon is called Long Night. It's a little candle. That's kind of cute. This is our Teemo of this universe, you know, our little Teemo. Throw your trusty pillow, inflict spirit damage, and heavy knockback. It's emphasis on the heavy knockback from a little pillow fight. Okay, cool. Tag along, jump to an enemy, and nap alongside them. So, kind of like that one hero from League. One champion, sorry, from League. But it's more like IO too, because it just provides actually a decent amount of regen. That's crazy. 15% missing health and then some. That's cool. Third ability, Little Helpers. Signal for helpers to lend a hand. Makes sense. That's what helpers do. They can collect boxes, do sinners sacrifices, or just so they just like farm for you. So like Wraith King's like skeletons, kind of. That's cool. I like that ability. Ultimate nap time. Cast your gaze forward, piercing walls and floors. Enemies in the gaze are slowed and have their reduced dash distance and cannot. So that's what sleep does. That's cool. Yeah, that's a strong hero right there. That's a solid hero. Deals damage, deals CC. Yo, it's a good hero. Rem is strong. This is a strong hero. Strong hero. With very thematic, fun abilities. Alright, what's this guy's name? Seven? Dude, I wonder if they kind of made this guy during like that whole 6-7 meme, dude. I swear, every time someone picks this, they're probably going to hit that 6-7 meme every single time. Cold Calculus. It's a cool name. I feel like that has something to do with 7. Cold Calculus. I don't know. We'll look that up later. I like all the little Easter eggs behind the names of the stuff in the hero. First ability, Lightning Ball. Shoot a ball of lightning that travels in a straight line. Does damage to all targets in the radius. Slows down when damaging enemies, and then stops if it hits the world. That's very specific what the world. It just hits the world. Not environment or anything, just world. Okay, cool. Static Charge. Applies a charge to the enemy hero. After short duration, the static charge stuns the enemy. That's cool. Range stun. I like it. Solid. Power Surge. Power the enemy's weapon. Shock effect, making the bullets proc shock damage on the target. The shock damage bounces to enemies to nearby targets. Occurs once per burst. Cool. It's like AoE damaging bouncing bullets. Okay. Storm Cloud Ultimate. Channels an expanding storm around you that damages all enemies within its radius. Enemies do not take damage when they are out of line of sight. Okay, so you just got an LOS. Dude, that's insane. What? okay, just so you guys have an idea, this is a broken ability. Because all the other abilities were like, 50 damage, 40 damage. This is 100 damage per second base in a 30-meter radius, which is pretty big. That's awesome. And it just looks like it expands more and more and more. Dude, this is a solid ability. Not even solid, this is a broken ability. Yeah. This guy is dealing, throughout the duration of this, he can deal... And he gains resistances, I think, right? Or is he just kind of sitting there channeling everything? Well, regardless. Throughout the whole entire channel of this, he probably deals, 1,200 damage. That's insane. To everything around you. And it probably scales with ability power like crazy, too. So, yeah. Broken hero. If not strong, broken. Broken hero. Shiv. Shiv. What does this guy do? Busted Flush. Is this like a plumber reference or something like that? Kind of looks like a plumber's, wrench. Or, whatever. Serrated Knives. Throw a knife that deals bleed damage. Each additional hit adds a stack, refreshes the bleed duration, and causes the bleed to increase. That's cool. So if the more you hit, the more you deal, and it just consistently dotting the enemy. And it looks like it's got a pretty fast cooldown, so it's only got 10-second downtime. It's not bad. Slice and Dice, perform a dash, damaging enemies along the path. Hit enemies have their spirit resistance reduced, and the debuff can stack. Interesting. Kind of want to see that in action. Bloodletting. Take only a portion of the incoming damage immediately and defer the rest to damage over time. Activate to clear a portion of the deferred damage. So you could just ignore, just shrug it off, I guess. That's cool. It's like Dr. Mundo or, I forget. I feel like there's a hero in Dota that kind of does that too. Kind of like Dr. Mundo. Or even Pike from League, Yeah, solid. Killing Blow. Leap forward, dealing spirit damage. If they are below a threshold, just X. Okay, this is Axe's ability. This is Axe from Dota. I like this. It's definitely not a broken ability because there's very few scenarios where they'll be below that threshold and not die anyways from another ability. And it doesn't seem like you gain anything from them dying. Different from, I think... Oh, wait, actually. Damaging enemy refuels you with rage. I don't know what rage does, though, for him. But regardless, in Dota, Axe would just gain a bunch of armor and stats from, that kill. Movement speed. But this guy here, he just seems to gain rage, and I don't really know what that does. I think he's mid. Not strong. Nah, mid. Strong? Mid. He's mid. Mid tier. Not bad, but not great. Silver. Where is Silver? Okay, is this a guy? A furry dog thing? Hot Mess. That's funny. Hair of the Dog. Okay, that's a weird name for a gun. Slam Fire. Instantly reload your gun and deal bonus firing rate. Base the target's health and limited number of shots, but suffer for reduced accuracy. Okay, so basically you just deal a lot of damage, but your bullet spray is just going to be all over the place. Okay, cool, I guess. Not bad, but not great. Boot kick, dash forward and kick the first enemy, hit, deal melee damage, and push yourself off and marking them. Okay. It's cool. I mean, you dash, deal split damage, which I like. I like split damage. And also, kind of disengage. Entangling Bola, throw a Bola, deals magic damage, and slows the enemy, preventing stamina or jumping abilities. It's pretty good. I feel like this is a solid little brawler build already. Lycan's Curse, passive, dealing damage, grants bloodlust, increases at low health, and max bloodlust. You automatically cast Lycan's Curse. Okay, so you just want to be damaging people at all times, and it looks like you can activate it. Kind of reminds me of Lone Druid, to be honest, but if Lone Druid's ult's procced from him dealing damage. Anyways. Lycan's Curse, instantly transform, gains increased max health, and stacks firing rate on top of the enemies. Okay. I think this is a balanced hero. I don't think it's too crazy. Again, there might be some shenanigans you can pull with maybe that Lycan's Curse. It does seem to give you a lot, like 80% firing rate. I don't know what that means. Just, I guess, double attack speed. So, cool. All right. Who's next? Is it Sinclair? Sinclair. I like that mustache, bro. So what's Sinclair do? Okay, he's like a magician dude. Nice. Nice. This is the first guy I've actually noticed that has like under 800 health base, which is interesting. The Prestige is his wand of choice, and Vexing Bolt is his first ability. Fires a bolt of magic that deals damage increasing as it travels. If you have the assistant active, they also cast it, but at a reduced damage. Cool. The ability can be recasted to go towards your... Oh, so you could like shoot around corners. That's interesting. So if someone's like hiding from you or just trying to run from you and like they can't outrun the bullet, but they're like, you know, just turn the corner, you can kind of... Okay, that's cool. I like that. That's a very fun mechanic. Of course, there'll be like a pretty high skill count for it, you know, but it's a fun mechanic. Spectral Assistant, we hinted at before. I guess you just summon an assistant that like what mimics your attacks or something. Yeah, there you go. Mimics attacks and some abilities. Cool. Rabbit's Hex. Okay, so Lion's Hex, but rabbit form. While they're a rabbit, they just take more damage. Okay, sweet. And then they can't do anything because they're a rabbit. Cool. And Audience's Participation. That's cool. What's this do? I like this ability. Copy the ultimate of an enemy for a limited time, reactivating it. So, you know, that's already, what's his name? Rubik from Dota. That's a good ultimate. That'll be a fun one. He's already strong boy just from that, because he could literally do all of this, potentially, and also all of this, but great hero. Yeah, that's a broken hero right there. That's a broken hero. And then he also has an upgrade that says the copy again, so maybe you could even recast one of these things, which would be insanity. Yeah, strong hero. Can't wait to try him out. I love Rubik. Or Silas, whatever his name was from League. All right, next one, Venator. Very cool. 5120 weapon name. I feel like that's a Bible reference. I don't know. Kind of want to look that up. I'll look that up once on the next video when I actually try the game out and see like if this list actually changes. 5120, or is it like, yeah, it's not time, so probably like some kind of verse from a Bible. Consecrating Grenade. Cool. Fire a grenade that bounces before exploding, dealing weapon damage. Basic ability. Cool. I like that. Gunshot. Gut shot? Dang. Okay. Fire a blast with your shotgun that deals weapon damage and pushes enemies back. Okay, so like your disengage or you know, safety ability. Hex line snap trap. Okay, it's kind of a meme ability as well, I think. Just a trap that immobilizes. Okay. It's not even a very long immobilize, to be honest. Just 1 second. Huh. Okay, and then his ultimate. Load your crossbow with 3 stakes of the Vampire Hunter, bro. Yeah, it's definitely a Bible verse. That's cool. Final stake is Blessed. Cool. Deals bonus pure damage. Nice. We like pure damage. And executing low health enemies. What's the threshold on that, though? While blessed, 100 bonus damage. While blessed, executed at 8%. Cool. Pretty sure if you're hitting somebody that's under 8% health, I think 400 damage from the ult is already enough. But if it's not, they get executed. And very interesting. Very interesting. I think this hero is balanced. I don't think he's anything. He doesn't got too much going on. You know, he's balanced. Victor. Is this the guy he's hunting? Momento Muere. That's the name of his weapon. It looks like a nail gun though. Damaging. His first ability, Pain Battery. Taking damage passively charges this up, so he wants to get hit, which is interesting. Once it's full, just deals multiple shock damage. Cool. Solid ability. This one here is more of like a tank boy, though. Okay. Second ability, Jumpstart. Deals spirit damage to yourself, which synergizes with your first ability, which is awesome. And then you gain regeneration. And also bonus movement speed that decays over time. So, cool. Some synergy right there already. Aura of Suffering. Unleash pain and spirit damage over time to both yourself and enemies. Dude, everything he does hurts himself. That's crazy. It's almost like everything synergizes with his first ability. Alright. Damage continuous and increases the longer the ability is channeled, up to a maximum amount. So you can just walk into a team fight channeling this and it just starts dealing mad damage. That's awesome. Shocking Reanimation. Release a wave after taking lethal damage. Is this passive though? Or do you have to like activate it? After a brief channel, you reanimate, dealing spirit. Oh, dude, this is Wraith King. Oh, cool. Yeah, this is Wraith King. Wraith King mixed with, I feel like Dr. Mundo or something like that. Nice. If Dr. Mundo and Wraith King had a baby, his name would be Victor. Cool. Victor has Wraith King's abilities, therefore he is strong. Cool. Anybody that gets to die and come back is annoying and strong. Alright. Vindicate. What is this? Wallflower's Revenge. That's a cool name for a sniper. First ability, Stake. Throws a stake that tethers an enemy in the location. The stake lands. If enemies move, is restricted to the length of the tether. Cool. So like Slark tether or something. Awesome. Flight. She flies in the air. Ooh. Flies in the air. While flying, you deal bonus weapon damage. I wonder if she has like damage fall off from her weapon. She does, but 64 meters is insane. Okay, cool. So she could just be flying, bopping you in the head, and you can't even take cover. Love it. Crow's Familiar. Your Crow Familiar deals impact damage, reduces their bullet resistance, and applies a bleed that deals damage over time. And it also reduces resistances. Cool. You like things that reduce resistances, so your sniper deals more damage. Awesome. Assassinate. Hey, it is Sniper from Dota. Nice. You scope on the rifle and just deal mad damage, and you gain weapon damage per kill while using this. That's awesome. It's probably better than Sniper. It's as if Sniper had like a Legion Commander duel from like half the map away. Cool. Sounds like a broken hero. Sounds like a broken hero. Who's next? Vicious? What is this? A slime? Like that slime movie? Deep Sea Interpreter. I don't get it. Cool. That's a cool name for a weapon, but I don't get it. Splatter. Throw a ball of goop, deals damage in a puddle. Nice. Zach from League. The cube. Encase the target in a cube restorative goo that protects from damage and increases health regen. Target isn't able to take any action though. That's like Winter Wyver's little, purgatory. All of a sudden, you're in the cube and you can't do anything. Puddle Punch. Materialize a little fish. Oh, fish? No, fist in the world. Punches everybody in the area and applies a knockup. Deals physical melee damage, which is interesting, and displaces and slows. Cool. You and allies can have increased air control. Oh, so you could punch people and allies up as well. That's awesome. That would be interesting to like dodge and like push somebody and yourself back into like, I don't know, a tower or something. Goo Ball. Morph into a large goo ball and deal damage. Stun enemies. Okay, so like Pango ult, You turn into a big rolling ball of death. Awesome. I think this hero is definitely strong. I don't know how the rest of his kit's going to play out. He kind of has like, everything's all over the place. Like one ability heals, the other ability throws a ball of goop, the other one makes you a ball of goop. And, he's got a lot going on. I don't know, it might be really good because he's so versatile, but it also might just, not synergize at all. The next one is Viper. Hey, we have one of those in Dota. The Rattler is the name of the gun. Screw Jab Dagger. Throws a dagger, deals spirit damage, and you guessed it, damage over time? No. Every dagger also applies a slow, so she's more of like slow poison. Cool. Second ability, Lethal Venom. Injects a target with lethal venom. After a delay, the venom triggers spirit damage, and the damage is increased by the target's missing health. Ooh. So like executing poison, lethal poison. I like that. That's sounds very strong. I don't know if in practice it'll be good, but it's interesting. And there's a note here that says it also ignores if the target's petrified, which probably has to do something with her other abilities. Number 3, Slither. What is this, a passive? You have increased slide distance. Nice. You can slide uphill. Cool. And you can turn faster while sliding. Interesting. And you just, what, you gain like more, no, just slide distance. I kind of want to see that in action. Petrifying bola. Okay, so you throw a bola and you throw a bola and it stones people. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, well, that'll be cool. I kind of want to see if you can kind of stack your poison while they're in this, because I think they're immune to damage. Except your poison. I don't know. This will be interesting. You become like Dr. Stone, like that anime, and I don't know. It's interesting. I'm going to put it in weak. But I also like that poison, so I'll put it in balanced. Yeah, we'll put it in balanced. I think that's fair. I don't know how it's going to play out. And I feel it's just like a waste of an ability. Like number 3, sliding everywhere, you know. All right, wow, we're almost done with the list. Warden. Freedom's Cost. Very cool sounding gun. Very patriotic. He's got the Alchemist Flask. Throw a flask that deals damage and reduces weapon damage and move speed of enemies it hits. Okay, cool. I like that. And it's got a very fast cooldown, 12 seconds. And that's a 6-second cooldown on a 7-second uptime. That's awesome. Willpower, make a barrier, and gain movement speed. Double whammy, nice. Binding Word. Curses an enemy. If they don't move away from the initial, they get stunned. In the initial area, they get stunned. That's cool. Kind of want to see that work. I mean, like, he does have stuff that slows people down to make it harder to get away from him. So I feel like that would be a hard thing to do. But it also, like, it deals damage, it stuns, and it just follows them so you can't miss. I like that. That's cool. Last Stand Ultimate. After charging for 2 seconds, release a pulse of a pulse that damages enemies and heals you based on the damage done. Nice. This is after channeling for 2 seconds. Is it just one initial pulse? Oh no, while channeling. Okay. Last Stands has greatly increased bullet and spirit damage. So you just gain mad resistance, release a pulse that steals HP, and you gain all that HP back. Or deals damage and you gain all that HP back. Okay. This is at least strong. And depending on how he plays, maybe even broken. Because he just seems like a very tanky boy that just dishes out a bunch of damage. Like, he will get in your face and just hurt you. That's what Wardens do. Cool. Next hero. What is this? Wraith? Wraith. The Rake is the name of the weapon. Interesting. Just like a little machine gun. First ability, Card Trick. Oh no, so many words. What does this do? Okay. TLDR. Deals weapon damage, summons a card at random, and depending on the card that it is, it'll deal something different, like more damage. So like kind of like Twisted Fate from League. Actually exactly like him, but with more words and more conditions. Cool. Project Mind, sorry. This is a teleport or a blink. Sweet. And it's pretty far, honestly, 25 meters. That's pretty far. Full auto. Temporarily boost your firing rate and deal bonus spirit damage. Strong. Cool. We like that. Oh, wow. Look, tier 5. It, like, has unlimited ammo and increases scaling per bullet. Interesting. Unlimited ammo on a... If you could build massive firing rate, you could just delete someone because you don't have to reload. That'll be cool. Awesome. I like that. And it is like a machine gun, so I don't know how fast it'll fire, but could work. And then last but certainly not least, telekinesis. Lift an enemy into the air and slam them towards the ground. That's a very, very cool ability. Yeah. This hero is strong. This hero is strong. Maybe even broken, but we will see. And last is Yamato. Let's take a look at what this is. Not from One Piece, right? Dang. Sister's Lament. That's the name of her katana. Ranged katana, I guess, huh? Okay. Power slash, just slash something and deals damage. Cool. Deals a lot of damage. When it's fully charged, 200 damage for basic ability. That's kind of crazy. Flying slash, just move and deal physical damage. There you go, that's split again. Physical, cool. Crimson slash, slashes enemies in front of you, damaging them and slowing their firing rate. If an enemy heroes are hit, you are healed. Nice. And then shadowy transformation, become infused with Yamato's shadow soul. Whoa. After the initial invincibility, each transformation refreshes all the abilities and are 60% faster to refresh. So it refreshes and it refreshes even faster. Sweet. You gain immunity to negative status effects. Nice. And greatly increase your bullet and spear resistance. So you just become the tank, essentially. Okay, cool. Honestly, I'm going to put it weak because it feels like she does exactly what like Ivy does. Or even, what's his name? Where'd he go? Victor, or even Warden, but just to a lesser extent. It doesn't seem like she does too much. I'm honestly, I might put her in balance because maybe that's how a hero should be in this game. I don't know, but she doesn't do too much. She's pretty basic. All right, sweet. So that is the tier list for Deadlock. That is everything I have for it right now. Let me know if you guys agree with this, and I will be posting another video after I have like what, maybe like a couple hundred hours in the game. And we're going to see if this changes. I think it probably will. But just from reading all of these abilities and what they do and certain conditions and stuff, I already know that some of these guys have to be broken. Again, different game, different rules, but coming from Dota, coming from League and Smite, I feel like this will be like a match for that. Like these are strong. These guys are definitely weak, you know, and I feel like these guys here that are kind of like the middle of the pack are going to swap around here and there. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hit me with a subscribe if you got to the end. I know it was a long video, but, you know, it's the kind of content I do. And if you guys ever like any kind of tier lists or videos and stuff like that, I will be posting a lot more. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Steam Slave out. Bye.